Good morning, everyone. I am going to go through a process where we do the analysis on the H1 chart using the candles, the stochastics at the bottom, these stochastics, and the balls, and figure out which direction I should be trading in. So ideally, you would look at the daily chart. Let's just go there and take a look to see which three ball you are working under, right? So like this three ball here on the daily, you would be looking for a price action to go up. Now, as you can see, the stochastics have bottomed out and they start to rise on the next bar, right? So this is where we're going to start our analysis. Now you go to the H1 chart, anchor that. And get to the H1 chart. And there it is. So you got your daily three ball. You're on the H1. This is the start of the day. And this is the European Open. This is the US at 9 a.m. Eastern. So this is 2 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern. So you come in over here. That's when I come in. Somewhere in here and take a look. So we're trying to take a long, which means we need a cycle on the stochastic here. And that is reflected over here. So basically, we are starting trading, going long on this bar. This has nothing to do with candlesticks. It's just straight stochastics, ball placement, etc. Okay. The candle here is reflection of three different time frames. The current time frame, the higher time frame, and the lower time frame. And if it's all blue, like here, it's a solid signal to go long, right? So any time frame from 60 minutes down. Okay. If, for example, in this candle, you see the background is gray, which means the 4 hour has not been set yet, but the middle is blue, which means the lower time frame, which is a 15-minute, and the 1 hour are set to go long. Okay. When we do this, we've determined where we want to enter or which candle we want to enter on. And you can see the stochastic trough right here. So like here. And we can start looking for an entry on the 5-minute chart there. So you go to the 5-minute chart. And conditions we're looking for is a solid blue candle and 3 time frames. We already have the 15 and the 5 reflected here, but you also want the H1 to be blue. So if all 3 are the same color down here, that is when we have our entry, which happens to be there. So I'll draw a horizontal line. And we go back to the H1. Now we have our entry. And where's our stop loss? Stop loss is over here, which is 27 pips away. And the exit is here, where the internal current time frame basically turns red. So that will give us, how many pips that? 56 pips. Okay, so let's do a little calculation. Do I have a don't have a drawing board, so I'll just write it down over here. So account size Let's just say $50,000. Okay. So on a $50,000 account, my max lot size can be max lot size. So for 200,000 is 20, so this would be 1/5 4 lots. Okay, and max stop loss would be 50,000 times 0.05. That's in dollars. This is equal to $2,500. Okay. So if I can only afford to lose $2,500, what does that translate to in my lot sizing, right? So for 4 lots, $2,500, $10 a pip. This is the pound dollar. So my lot size calculation for this trade would be what, right? So how many pips is $2,500 equivalent to? $2,500 would be 250 pips per lot. So divide that by 4, that'd be 2,500 divided by 10 divided by 4. That's equal to 63 pips. Okay, that's the max. All right, so for 63 pips, I can do 4 lots and not go over my daily allocated amount, the daily max, right? So if in this case, my stop loss is 27.5, so how many lots can I trade? So lots for this trade would be equal to 63 divided by 28, say, times 4, and that will equal, let's see, 63 divided by 28 times 4, 9 lots. Oh, 28. Okay. Stop this. So if you calculate the max loss, if it hits out, right, that would be max loss would be for this trade equal to 9 times 28 times 10, and that's equal to 28 times 9 times 10, just over 2,500. So let's say we traded, instead of 9 lots, we traded 8.5 lots, and I made how much was that? 56 pips. So profit for this trade would equal to profit for this trade is equal to 8.5 times 10 times 56, and that would equal to 8.5 times 10 times 56. $4,760. Not bad for one day. 760. Okay, so that's this trade. Now, I'm just saying that we follow the same principle. We come in the next day, and we are still under the daily bullish, right? So if we look at the daily, we're still in this. We come back to the H1. H1 is also stochastic is bullish here, right? So we drop it down to the 5-minute. Our entry is over here. Our stop loss is here, 40 pips. And by this calculation, there'll be 6 lots. But we have incur a loss of 15 pips. So 15 times 6, 90 times 10, $900. Okay, so we lost $900. But we are back in long over here. Go to the 5-minute. Long over here. Back to the H1. This time we are 52 pips, so that's 4 lots. And then our exit is over here. And that's 80 pips. Can't read that. 88 pips. So we made 88 times 10 times 4, 3520 minus 900. That's 2,620 on this day. Okay, let me take these out. You don't need this anymore. The only thing to remember is 63 pips for 4 lots. Stop loss is 63 pips, and max lot for that stop loss is 4. Based on that, our lot size is going to get calculated every time. Okay. So we finished with this trade. Now we come to Monday. And what do we see on Monday? The daily is in a long trend, but this is retracing. So we can wait for the stochastic to roll over, which would coincidentally happen with a ball here, right? And then the 1 hour stochastic turns over, starts to turn over here. This is the point we go back to the 5-minute and start to look for an entry. And our entry is right there, solid blue bar. Back to the H1. This stop loss is 39 pips. So 63 divided by 39 times 4. That's 6.5 lots. Okay, fine, 6.5 lots. And our exit is over here. That's 100 pips. So 6.5 times 1,000, that's $6,500. Not bad, right? Now you come over here the next day. We're still in the long, right? On the daily, right there. So we're gonna wait for this to turn over again. And that happens over here. Okay. Now you're back on the 5. And we're looking for an entry. Let's say we take it at the beginning of the US session. This is obviously a news day. And our stop loss is here. And our stop loss is hit. So this is a loss of $2,500. So let's tally this. We made, where's my notepad? There it is. 47.60 on the first trade, 200 on the second trade, and now a loss of 2,500. And I think we made 6,500 in between. 6,500. Okay, so now we are on to the next day. Now we have a daily 2-ball right there. So our it's a potential to go down. Okay, so our bias is shifted to the short side. So when we come over here, we're looking for a short trade, which means we are looking for this cycle to be up here somewhere, or give us something like this. So this is not an entry for a trade. First entry to look for a trade is here. And we're going short. See the peak here? So at the beginning of this candle is when we start to go short, everything is good. Go to the 5-minute. And our entry is right there. You can see this in our solid red, but this one is. Okay, so that, all right, now need that either. Now we go back to the H1 and say, okay, what is our stop loss? Stop loss is over here, which is 32 pips. So it's almost half, so 6 lots will be a lot size. And this trade will exit over here is 122 pips. So that will be 6 times 122 is 732, so 7,320. Okay, you come to the next day. We are once again looking for a short, but we are in a retrace on the 1 hour. It's up to you whether you want to trade this or not. You're no longer looking for shorts on the 1 hour, and you're doing a counter trend cycle. If you're doing a counter trend cycle, you're looking for longs here, which would happen on this bar. And you're looking for the 5-minute entry. 5-minute entry is here, the solid blue. Back to the H1. And your stop loss on this one is 30 pips, or safe one is 44. So 63 divided by 44 times 4, that's 6 pips, 6 lots. Okay, so now where's your exit? exit is over here. And that's 60 pips. So that's pretty simple. That's the $3,600. And now we are onto the next day. We are still in the retrace, so we have to wait for the cycle, which happens right there. Go to the 5-minute, look for an entry. Get an entry right away. Stop loss is below this. You can see that's the daily 1 hour 1 ball. That's a 33 pips stop loss. So 63 divided by 33 times 4, and that's 7.6 lots. Okay, so let's see how many pips we got on this one. We lost 5 pips. So 7.6 times 50, 380, minus 380. And then we got a re-entry here because this is another dip. We're going to look for a long again. Go back to the 5. And our long is over here. This is after hours. H1. Stop loss is 40 pips. So 63 divided by 40 times 4. That'll give us 6.3 lots, let's say 6 lots. And this one gave us 20 pips. That's pretty simple calculation. It's $1,200. So basically we made, from where we started, let's just do the math, 4760 plus 32, I think it was 3250, but let's say 3200 plus 6500 minus 2500 plus 7320 plus 3600 minus 380 plus 1200. It's $23,700. And we started trading here. So that's 1, 2, 3 days of trading, right? Now we started here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of trading. 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7 days of trading. That's 23,700 divided by 7. That's $3,400 a day. I don't know about you, but that should be satisfactory for most people. Okay, thank you for attending. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.